Hello and welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where I want to talk about how simple this parenting thing can be. I often say when I'm working with clients, life is really simple. We just complicate it. So we'll talk about that there on this episode.
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
Hey, welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where I'm going to be talking about how simple life is. And I'll tell you how simple this is and what brought on this episode. On Facebook today, somebody who has 38 mutual friends that I have. I always vet who I am going to bring on as a Facebook friend. I get a lot of requests. Any of you who are on Facebook may know that, all kinds of strange people try to request you sometimes. So I always look and make sure that it's somebody who is like-minded to me, right? I don't want strangers that don't bring value on my friends list. I don't want it in real life, and I definitely don't want it here on Facebook. So 38 mutual friends. The friends are solid. I go to her page, I look, and I just say to her, hey, thanks for reaching out to me here on Facebook, and continue to strive and crush your goals. And she responds back, a half hour later, whenever she did, she says, that just made my day. Thank you so much for that. And her response to let me know that I just made her day, right? Positive reaction, upbeat, know that I friended someone with mutual thoughts and want to uplift people. I said, thank you for that. Me knowing that I just made your day just made my day. And she responds back like, isn't that great? And my response back was, life is simple, right? A simple gesture, some kind words, less than a sentence, to somebody who friended me on Facebook made their day. Life is simple. We complicate it. There's so many times that maybe I friend someone and I'm like, let's see if this person even reaches out, or it's just another person, or our mind gets there, right? We complicate it. Why not just welcome someone who asked to be your friend? Nobody would walk into your home, right? They asked to come into my world. They asked for whatever reason, something I said or a post or a mutual friend said, hey, this guy over here is someone you may want to get to know. Or they just came across my stuff. And they said, hey, I'd like to get to know you. If someone knocked on my door and said, hey, I'm your new neighbor, I wouldn't sit there and not say, hey, my name is so-and-so. What do we have in common? Or get to know them, right? Where'd you move from? We'd have these pleasantries. But on a platform such as social media, someone friends you, and we just kind of, and I'm guilty of this, and I imagine a lot of you are guilty of this. We just, just another friend, and we go about, we're like, I got 3,000 friends and nobody engages. Well, that nobody is you. It's not that they don't engage, they friended you and you didn't engage back. Or when you friend someone and they approve it, right? Do you go in and just say, hey, this is what I like about you. We have so-and-so in common. Do we do that? Do we develop these relationships? So how does this pertain to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, right? See, I don't know a lot about parenting, but I know a lot about people, right? And as parents, we're people, and we're raising other people. We all crave and want and desire engagement. All we need to do is engage. This parenting thing is so simple. I'm going to go back in the previous one. I'm recording these on the same day. If you're like, hey, he's in the same shirt, he's in the same car. But my neighbors just brought have a little one 4-day-old baby in their house, and there's some real simple things that need to happen. My wife actually gave the advice to her, like, hey, there are some checklists that are like the must-have checklists online, the essentials that you're definitely going to need. Why do we have to go to Google? 25 years ago, Google didn't even exist. Why do we have to go to Google to figure out what a baby needs? Baby going to need some diapers, maybe some cream, maybe some baby powder. I'm going to need some formula, right? She's not breastfeeding. It's not her child. With that, we're going to need some bottles. And we're going to need a lot of love. Listen to what I just said there. We just need a lot of love. We need to let this child know that it's loved and welcomed. Just a lot of love. It's really that simple. So her response to my wife when my wife told her this was, oh, I went to those checklists. I need a diaper genie, right? A diaper genie? That is not a necessary. Diaper genies weren't around 25 years ago, people. That is complicated. You just complicated the necessities of a child. A child doesn't need a diaper genie. As parents, that might make my life easier. No, really, diaper genies don't. Why? Because for whatever reason, we bought one. And in the second child, we still had it. We put a lot of stuff in the attic. Guess what? We never used the diaper genie. We actually used the diaper genie in the spare bathroom, which is close to the laundry area. And you know what I put in there? I don't put poop in there. I put lint. I put lint from the dryer into our diaper genie. I don't know why. That's just what we do with our diaper genie. The diaper genie, for people who say like, oh my God, the poop is going to stink. Here's the deal. Learn how to wrap the diaper. You got to wrap the diaper with the tape and seal all that stink inside. And if you take your garbage out daily or bi-daily, every other day, you will probably not have a stench. And if there's a really bad stench, buy a box of Ziploc bags and put the diapers in the Ziploc so that the smell can't come out. But at the end of the day, there are so few of those explosions that we need to take care of and put it outside, or use those grocery bags, right? Those plastic bags that you get from your local grocery store. Have some of those that you could tie and seal that thing. You do not need a freaking diaper genie. It's just not a necessity. That's a complicated thing to a very simple thing. And I always go with this, right? Life is simple. Like this child, if you didn't have an abundance of money and we didn't have Amazon and we had to go out and attain these things, what would the child need? Look, if we didn't have a car to go to and from, what would the child need? And let's have those necessities. And did whatever we think we need, did it exist 100 years ago? And if the answer is no, guess what? Children survived way before then. But this was simple 100 years ago. You know what a child got? A child got fed, a child got changed, a child got loved. And that's as simple as it is to raise a child. So if you, but the key one, it should be in a different order as I put it there, right? Love is first and foremost. So if you're stressing about diaper genies or bottle warmers, or if the wipes are warm and what temperature they need to be, and oh my God, I need toys. An infant doesn't need toys. I tell you what, an infant does not need a pair of shoes. You know what an infant needs? An infant needs a onesie. And that's it. And a patient, loving set of parents. And if there's only one parent, a patient, loving parent who lets them know that they are safe. That is as simple as it gets. After that, all the add-ons, all the college funds, all the designer clothes, all the extra toys, all that stuff, right, is complicating a very simple process. See, I don't know a lot about parenting, right? But life and relationships are the key to a happy life. How do I know? Because there was a time in my life I didn't focus on relationships. There was a time in my life where sharing this knowledge with perfect strangers, if you're listening to this to me, the chances are right now, chances are you are a perfect stranger to me. I don't really know you. But I'm sharing so that you could have a better relationship with your child. There was a long time ago, I'd be like, they could figure it out on their own. They could go screw up their kids on their own. But I've learned that relationship is the key to life. The more relationships that are healthy, that are uplifting, I said to somebody just today, somebody else put a beautiful thing on my page on Facebook saying that how I helped them a couple years ago. That's it. It's a relationship. I started a relationship. I didn't want anything in return. I was there to serve. And what my response to her was, as a coach, it's my passion to help people. As a father, it's my passion to empower my children to be independent, loving, productive members of society. It's a passion of mine to do that for other people. And as I share these messages, right, I beg you almost, just keep it simple. Like, don't complicate it. We don't need a whole bunch of stuff. And I find that parents are buying the best crib and the best stroller and the $1,000 stroller and a $2,000 crib, and then I was like, man, that's awesome. What about the college fund? I'll worry about that later on. Man, your crib and your stroller, if you put it into an investment, like we're worried about their comfort. Here's another thing, right? Simple. Do you really think a baby that's 7 pounds that was curled up in a fetal position in a ball for the last 9 months as it grew is worried about comfort? Like that, and I say comfort, they want to be comforted by their parents, number one, right? They want to hear the heartbeat of the mom and touch that skin to skin. However, I can't tell you how many parent forums I see, right, that people complicate thus. The bassinet we have is uncomfortable. How do you know what uncomfortable is to a baby? Uncomfortable to a baby is mom and dad arguing about how much they're going to spend on a damn bassinet. That's uncomfortable to a baby. But comfortable is all relevant. And a child, like, I need better for my kid. You want better for your kid? You want to send your kid off to college? Maybe you had to pay. Maybe you're in student loan debt. Don't go and buy that $3,000 bassinet or crib, or go put that into a college fund today. And whether you can contribute, not even a college fund, right? If you put it in the stock market, if you put it in Facebook or Amazon, if you open an account, put $3,000 in it today, by the time that kid is going off to college, there'll be enough money there to support that college. But everybody's worried about the comfort of the child, how cute the onesie is. A cute onesie. By the time you're able to put on, because you're exhausted, that cute outfit that you got, like, it's gonna outgrow that outfit. So don't buy those outfits. Buy them a 24 onesies, some diapers, and some bottles, and love on that child, and you're good to go. That's my opinion. But everybody wants to complicate it with stuff. Stuff isn't serving your kids. That's complicated. Keep parenting simple. See you in the next episode.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.